Let me tell you a funny story about business. When something works, we run with it. When we get bored, we stop doing it, even if it was still working. And one of the interesting things that I have seen as we come out of this COVID crisis and business starts to return to normal, that all those unbelievable things over here that were successful, well, we stop doing them when we get over here. Why? A couple of reasons. We forget. Okay, one more time. We forget. We actually forget the things that worked really well for us because we've been through this crisis. And so today, in JTInTheRaw, I want to just do a really short show because I want to remind you that some of your greatest successes in the past can still be your greatest successes in the future. Let me say that again. Some of your greatest successes in the past can be some of your greatest successes in the future. Good morning and welcome to JTInTheRaw show 203, where I chew the thin on business, and after 31 years in business, I have just a few thins to chew. Good morning, Daniel Owers, Marissa Hoff. Good morning over there, the Hoffster over there in Los Angeles, wearing masks and gloves. Hope you are all gloved up, Marissa, and I can't wait to see what your attire will look like a little bit later when we catch up on a Zoom call. It certainly is a crazy time over there in the US. I'm really thinking of everybody over there, whether they're wearing gloves, masks, not wearing gloves, not wearing masks. It's kind of crazy. And still across Europe, we see similar sorts of things. So a shout out to all the Europeans out there who own gyms who are about to reopen or in the process of reopening. And congratulations to all the Australian clubs who have also opened and business is slowly returning to normal for lots of different business segments or sectors. And so I was having a call this week with on one of my Rex Round Table calls, and one of the guys said, "Oh yeah, we haven't done that for ages." And I said, "Well, what was the impact like when you did it?" "Yeah, they loved it, so we're going to bring it back." And I think that's one of the most interesting things that has happened post-COVID. And that is that we've forgotten all of the bloody amazing stuff that we've done in the past that we can still institute today. Let me say that again. That we did some amazing stuff back here that was a marketing campaign, a sales pitch, a customer service strategy, a retention strategy, a customer acquisition program. We've done stuff in the past that has worked. There is no reason why it won't work again. So if I could leave you a challenge, I guess, looking forward for the week ahead, I want you to think back from, let's say, March the 15th. Let's go back 6 months. 6 months. And I want you to write down all the things that were successful in your business from September the 1st to March the 15th. I want you to write down every single thing that was successful in business, every strategy, every marketing campaign. Whatever you did over that past 6 months that was successful, I want you to write it down. And then I want you to see how that might fit in your business strategy and plan over the next 30, 60, 90, 180 days. Because what I can guarantee you is this, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that you did between September the 1st and March the 15th, at least one thing, that will prove successful yet again. Perhaps one of the things I think as entrepreneurs and innovators in our business that is indeed our weakness as much as it is our strength is innovation. As entrepreneurs, we are continually looking for new ideas, new strategies, new things to do in our business. And yet, if we've had something that has worked, why change it? If something is proving successful, why change it? And because of our entrepreneurial spirit, because of our innovation, there is somebody that gets bored with that strategy that has worked. And that person that gets bored is the person that's in the mirror looking back at you. It is you, ladies and gentlemen. You get bored of the strategy, not the marketplace, not your members, not your clients, not your customers, not your prospects, not even the people that work for you. You get bored, so you want to change. And sometimes we have to change. Sometimes we've got to come up with something new. But for me, the times you've got to come up with something new is when it's not working. When I had a health club, I was in charge of marketing. And I would go to my club manager and say, hey, Stacey, what do you need from me this month for our marketing? And she would say this: is it okay if we use exactly the same outbound marketing that we've been doing for the last couple of months? I'm like, yes, but why? And she would say, because it's working. And I would say, but I'm in marketing, and if I don't change what we're doing, I don't have a job. And she would say, I guess you don't have a job then. So this is a really key aspect for me, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we've had this hiatus in our business. Yes, it's been shit. Yes, we've had to hibernate. But as we come out at the other end, there's still the same things that were successful in business. They will still be successful today. They will still be successful today. So, the challenge again is to go back and look at what you did from a marketing perspective, an HR perspective, a customer retention perspective, a financial control perspective. What did you do between September the 1st and the 15th of March? Write down everything that was a success for you. Everything that was a success in each category. And then think about how you can reinstitute them, re-implement them, redo those, because they will be successful again. Sure, you might have to tweak them a bit, but why reinvent the wheel when the wheel still works? Why reinvent the wheel when the wheel still works? Yep, the tweaking is just putting a little bit of oil on that wheel so it spins more easily. And that's the metaphor, ladies and gentlemen. The wheel is the metaphor in business. If we don't have to reinvent the wheel, don't. Just put some oil on it so that it runs more smoothly with less friction, so that we've adapted to the current environment that we're operating in. But you don't need to reinvent it. You don't need to reinvent it. I hope you got value out of today's show. I hope it was a good reminder for you that you have been successful in the past. You do successful things, and now is just a time to go back and repeat them. Now is a time to go back and repeat them. So if you got value out of today's show, love you to share it. As always, tag anyone in the comments or hit the share button wherever it is on your screen, on wherever you're watching this. And I'd always be really grateful for that sharing, so thank you. So a shout out to everybody who's out there in the community. Enjoy your time this weekend. Please stay safe. Please keep socially distanced. Please keep washing your hands. And quote of the week. Quote of the week is not going to really surprise you too much, because I've said it a few times in today's show. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just put some oil on the squeaky bits. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just put some oil on the squeaky bits. You've got successes in your business, so repeat them. You haven't got to come up with new stuff all the time. Hope you've enjoyed this week's JT in the Raw. Come to you same time every single week. Every single week. Same bat time, same bat place. Hope you have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you on the flip side.